Hello everyone, so this is a very exciting vlog because I am going to be attempting to read the Fraser trilogy by Robin Hobb. This is the first book, it's Associates and Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I read this one, actually the first one, a while ago, maybe like 6-7 years ago, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't feel like I needed to continue, so I didn't. But honestly, I have FOMO. Everyone raves about this, and I have FOMO, and I want to try to make it at least through the first trilogy and see if I like them enough to continue to the next trilogy, because I hear that the second trilogy, like the Ship of Magic one, is probably the best one. So yeah, we'll see if I make it, but I am going to obviously start with Assassin's Apprentice. As I said, read it maybe 6-7 years ago, so I don't remember much, and I want to refresh my memory before I go through the next one. So yes, I'm going to read the Fraser trilogy, sort of by the first time. Hello everyone, so it's Monday night and maybe you can hear I'm not feeling the best. Today was supposed to be a very different day. I had a job interview and I was supposed to work from home the rest of the day, and I had a big list of things that I wanted to get done and stuff. But last night when we put Alex to sleep, she was not feeling great. She woke up several times during the night, and this morning she was still really tired, and like she was not breathing very easy, just because she had a really bad cold, and nothing serious but just like a cold. I decided to stay home with her instead, and I rescheduled my job interview, which I was a bit nervous about, but they were very nice about it. And as the day progressed, she has been getting better and I have been getting worse. So she's fine now. I'm not, as you can hear. I'm so tired. It's not even 9:30, and I think after I film this video I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, it was we basically just spent the majority of the day rotting on the sofa, and it was not bad. So because of that, I didn't read a lot of my book in the last couple of days, but I am in page 224 of Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and I'm liking it better than I think the first time. The story is still very slow and it's not super captivating, but I am able this time around to appreciate the writing a lot more. The sentence to sentence writing is very beautiful at times, and very I am appreciating it. It's good. So yeah, the story is okay. Most of it I kind of remembered vaguely what the book is doing, and right now this book is just setting up for Fitz, which is the main character. He's a boy, a bastard boy, and he lives in the stables, and at the beginning of the book he's called to get a bit more of an education, because it can be useful to the king, because he is the son of the king, but he's a bastard, so there is this like balance that they are trying to reach, and so far we have kind of followed him throughout his education and the relationship with his tutor and other people in the castle and stuff like that, and this gift that some people have, that he seems to have, but it is a very tricky gift to deal with, and so yeah, we're learning about that, and like this gift thing is the thing that I remember the most from the first time I read it. But yeah, I'm liking it. I have the book is a little bit less than 400 pages, so I have like 170 pages left, and as I said, today is Monday night and I don't think I'm going to read any more of this, but I was hoping to be able to return this to the library on Wednesday, because we are traveling on Thursday and the book is due back in the library by then. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read 170 pages by Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon when I wanted to go to the library. There is a chance I get a lot of reading done tomorrow because it has been incredibly windy. I think there was a yellow alert, a national alert, because of the wind. It has been throwing trees around. I think it reached like 80 kilometers per hour. So, and it's supposed to continue like that tomorrow. So I don't think I'm going to bike tomorrow. Combined with how I feel and how the weather is, I think I'm not biking tomorrow to work, which means that I would have a couple of hours to read the book in the train. And then whatever I manage to get done in the evening. I still don't think it's gonna be the whole book, but I think I might get in enough that I can finish it on Wednesday morning. I mean, worst case scenario, I finished it on Thursday. We are leaving in the afternoon, so I still have some time, and my husband can return it instead. But yeah, we will see how I go. I think I'm liking it more, so that's positive. Hello everyone, so it is Wednesday night and I did finish the Assassin's Apprentice today. I read it in the morning and in the library, and then I returned it because it had to be returned. So I don't have my copy anymore, but I have finished it. And I think what I said so far stands. I think the writing was very good and I enjoyed that. And the character development as well was very good. I think the story was quite flat. It really felt like a building block. It didn't feel like a complete story. So yeah, in that sense it was a little bit of a, not exactly info dumping, but just like building the world. And the story was maybe like the last 50 pages and it built to something, but yeah, so far it's not that amazing of a story, but the world and the characters are being built in a way that it could be good. It's just very slow going. So yeah, I enjoyed the Assassin's Apprentice. The next one is Royal Assassin. I have my copy from the library, but I am not going to start it yet because we are going on holiday tomorrow and I'm not bringing it with me. But I'll catch you up when we come back, I think, and I start Royal.
Hello everyone, so it has been a couple of weeks, but we are back and I'm ready now to start Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. This is very small paperback that my library had. They make all the books hardback so that they last longer, but this is the original paperback size, and I must say there is no margin, so it seems to be quite intense. I haven't started yet, but I just wanted to let you know that we're back and I'm going to start this today, and I'm excited to continue with this.
Hello everyone, so it's Saturday night and I wanted to update you on Royal Assassin because it has been a few days and this book was putting me in a reading slump. I read like 50 pages in 3 days. I just didn't want to read. So today I decided to pick up the audiobook, and that's going much better simply because I don't have to actively read it. And again, like, I'm interested in what's happening and in the characters, but it's just so much of nothing happens, and the writing is elaborate, not in a way that necessarily takes away from the story, but it does make it a very slow story, which in turn means that the book is just slow. And so it was putting me in a reading slump, and I don't want to be in a reading slump, so I have picked up the audiobook and I'm in page 512 now, so I have about 150 pages left. So yeah, it is about 9 now and I will read a little bit more. Hopefully I can make enough dent that tomorrow I can finish this, because I am ready to move on. And I'm hoping that Assassin's Quest is better than this. But we will have to wait and see. So far, my thoughts stand. It's just too slow. There are things that happen, but the amount that happens doesn't justify the amount of pages that this has. So yeah, we'll see. I don't expect that I'm going to love this. Obviously, I only have 150 pages left, and so if I haven't loved the first 500 pages, it's not going to be an amazing book for me. But I do want to finish it, and I do want to continue. So I'll update you when that happens. So it's Sunday night, so it has been a day since I last updated you, and I have finished as Royal Assassin. I have listened to the last little bit of the book. I was mostly immersion reading this and switching from that to just audiobooking it. And the last part, it builds up. There are some things that happened that was it was an expansion of the world that I was not expecting, but I'm excited to know what happens next. I mean, this was a slog to go through. It's not my favorite of the series. I have only read 2, but this is not the favorite one. I can tell you that. And yeah, it just felt like, first of all, nothing. There are things that happen, but in a very slow, very, 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 very slow manner. Like, this could have been 200 pages or shorter, I think. But also, like, the things that happen, there was no, like, there's logic to them, but there was no really that much forewarning that things were going to go this direction, and at least I didn't feel that way. And I would have appreciated that a little bit, just to know where the story was going. So yeah, not my favorite, but we will see. I think the third one is the one that is going to decide if I continue on the other series, or this is the end of Robin Hobb for me, and that is Assassin's Quest. And the library has the shiny cover one for this one. They have 3 different editions for the 3 different books. It's quite interesting, but this one is the shiny one. It is big, but I think I'm just going to go directly with the audiobook and sometimes reading combination. I don't think I'm going to attempt this just with my eyes for the majority of the time, because I was very close to being in a reading slump with the other one, and I don't want to get into that reading slump. So I think I'm just going to audiobook mostly these ones, and I'll let you know what I think when I'm a little bit farther in. So I wanted to update you on Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. I am in page 258, so almost a third of the way through, and I'm liking this better. I think that it is partly because of the audiobook. It's just easier to follow in the audiobook, because when it meanders I can just zoom off a little bit rather than having to read with my eyes. But I think it's also less rambly. We have a quest, we have a goal, and we're going for it. So I am enjoying this more than I felt, and something that has been hinted at for the last 2 books is finally happening. I knew it was gonna happen, although I don't know if it was supposed to be like a plot twist or not, but it was very, very clear to me. Yeah, it's interesting. I want to continue. The audiobook is making this a lot faster, so I'm hoping to finish it within this week. I'll update you a little bit more when we are a little bit more into the book, because right now mostly we have been following him wandering around trying to find the king to help him, and so it is a little bit still on the like more meandering side of things, but yeah, I'm interested in what's happening. The politics are also a bit more clear, ramping up in a way. So yeah, I am interested to see what's gonna happen next. Hello everyone. It seems that I haven't updated you forever, or it feels like that way. It has been busy. We have been dealing with some house stuff,
and like social stuff. Anyway, I have finished Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. I finished it yesterday in audiobook, and I liked it, but I think it is quite slow for me. I think this book does develop the world very well and the characters very well, but I think the pacing of the plot was a little bit missed. I think that a lot of things happen at the end, and honestly, because there was so much build-up, there was like 600 pages of build-up, it just felt a little bit anticlimactic, even though a big thing happened, just because it was so much build-up that there was no way it could live up to the expectations. So I'm glad I read it, and the audiobook worked well for me, so I might continue the series in audiobook, but I don't think I can possibly read this with my eyesight. It wanders too much for me to be able to concentrate, and it might also be my state of mind. As I said, we have been quite busy with house stuff, with work stuff, with life stuff, and it just there's a lot of things going on in my life at the moment, so maybe this was not the best time to read this, but I think even in a more calm period of my life, this would have struggled to keep my attention if I was not doing the audiobooks. So as I said, I might continue the series in audiobook, but I don't think I'm going to do it physically, and I don't think this is something that particularly connects with me, and I completely understand why so many people love it. I think as I said, the characters are very well developed and defined, and it feels like a very real whole world. So I completely understand that is a good point of the book, but I just think that there is so much development on those sides, the plot just it's a secondary thing, and I do sometimes like those books, but these ones were just not one of them, unfortunately. So yeah, a little bit of a bittersweet sort of feeling about this, but maybe it's just the nature of I normally read fantasy to get immersed in a world and be swept away, and I read character development and ideas development and all of that in other types of books. So maybe that's just what my reading taste is like, and this is just in another genre it would have been better, but in fantasy it's not what I wanted from it. But yeah, anyway, I finished it. I finished the series. I'm happy I finished. Let me know what you thought about this video, if you also read these books, if you like them, if you have different ideas from them, and until next video, bye.